Okay, this is the hpgbrands screen or printing fixture setup. So I've got the acrylic sheet down on the table here, and I've got it up against the edge right here, dialed in, so it's straight. Now I've got it clamped here on the edges, and these clamps, you got to make sure they're not sticking in too far, right? Check the program that you're getting, and make sure that those aren't sticking in too far, that they won't get hit by the tool when it's cutting. Anyway, now you can see these plates here, they're all bolted down 4 places each. You can see that with these flathead screws, and they're cut so they're nice and flat. So you got to put those down flat and make sure this edge here is dialed in so that it'll keep the plate straight. Now we'll talk about the tool. So I'm going to get the tool in the spindle. Okay, now let's zoom in on this. This is the special tool that is needed. Come on now. And you can see this, maybe. It's got a down spiral, which means when this tool is cutting, it spins this way, but you can see the spiral, the helix of the tool is pushing down. Okay, that's very important for this process. This has to be a down spiral tool for this, because when you get way out here in the middle of this big, long, flimsy plate, if it's an up spiral, it'll lift this up, and it'll cut too deep on the pockets. But the down spiral all it'll try to do is push down, and it'll force this down, but it can't go down because it's on these plates that are nice and flat. Okay, so down spiral tool, very important. That's the only one that will work, so we have to have that. So here it is running. You need to have coolant on this. You need to have coolant running on this all the time. There's coolant on the top right now, but I need to get the coolant started again. That down spiral tool, have coolant running on it like that. The down spiral tool makes a lot of heat, and it'll melt the plastic, so keep the coolant on. Also on this, when you're doing these hpgbrands screen jigs, it's kind of, here's one of them, you know, that's on the computer. Make sure that you use 3-axis machining. So here, when we click on this button here on the manager, then this screen comes up and you have these choices. Go to 3-axis machining. If you use the usual, what we use is 3-axis repositioned, which looks like that. It won't be as easy to use the multiple parts feature for post-processing. So start out with this one here. It's just 3-axis machining. Okay.